So my first book was Across the Universe, and it was basically a murder mystery in space. And it talked about how Amy and Elder got on a spaceship and all that. But then when I got to Shades of Earth, the last book, I was kind of curious as to what was happening on Earth, because they do communicate with Earth, but it's not a very, let's say friendly. It's not a very friendly place. So I was like, what was that like? And that's where the body electric came from. And not so shiny there. And the body electric is really what's happening on Earth while Amy and Elder were in space. And it follows the story of Ella, a girl who lives in the capital, which is in the island nation of Malta, because I decided to put the capital of the world there. And so she's living there, and she finds out that she has the ability to go into people's dreams and alter their dreams and their memories and use this technology to kind of spy on people. And when the government tries to use that, she finds out that somebody has done that to her. And so now she doesn't know who to trust. Except probably that cute boy. He looks reliable. To do the whole world, it actually was easy for me because that's the thing I like. Like, I find plot and world fairly easy, but characters are really, really hard. So I will do whole revisions based on making the characters seem realistic and funny and that sort of thing. But the world I have fun playing with, I sort of just make it up as I go. And as the character moves forward, that's where the next bit of the world comes from in my imagination. I'll never forget when I was writing Across the Universe, there's the map of the cover, inside the cover of the ship. And when my publisher wanted to make that map, they asked me, what does the outside of the ship look like? And I had to say, I have no idea. They don't go outside the ship. And so that was kind of the funny point, but that's how I work as a writer, is I just describe it as I get there. To keep the science straight, it was sort of the same thing. I would go to wherever I needed to be in the story that needed the science, and then just research that on the spot and sort of build it into the story from there. And I kept it pretty organized using Scrivener, which is where I write all of my books. It's a writing program, and it's brilliant, and I love it, and I don't think I could write a book without it. If you want to write something that's very technical, like Weir's novel, The Martian, that had enough science in it that if you actually had to bring a person back from Mars, I'm pretty sure NASA could use that as a manual. So that would require a ton of research. If you want to do a space opera, which is something like Star Wars or Star Trek, or if you wanted to do something that's more light sci-fi, it's not so much about having the specifics of all the science completely worked out, and it's more about having enough in there to make the story believable.